a binary property. I think it should render a special HTML element, which is the element for the file. I will check that. Okay, here it was students. So here, if I get a new one, okay, it doesn't render anything. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so this it didn't manage to add the control, so I'm going to add it myself. It's going to be an input type file ID photo in photo, and then that's it. So this, if I render this, F5, okay, I did it in the edit. I need to do it also in the create. Okay, save. F5. So I need to be able to upload a photo when I create a student. So for that, okay. Let's look at what is. Okay, this is the photo. I need to just check something on this one. Okay, or I think maybe I will complete it after, because it's too many steps and maybe you get confused also, because in other uh, um, what I would like to accomplish in this is like just in this student is going to I'm going to upload a photo, and then I'm going to show in the list the photo as a thumbnail. That's what I would like to accomplish, but also because I'm just working directly with the database model, but the database model itself is not a good way to work. So I will need to create, instead of having directly access to the student model, I will need to create something like a view model. So um, because I don't want to affect directly my model in that from that view. So instead of using this student model that you see here, I will need a view model. I can create like the view model in here just to show you what will look like if I stop this.
Can you, sorry, I
Yes,
think like you said, we're all confused going
yes.
which one, what is, can you create like a just a small little project just with one table and one photo. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So that way we know. Okay.
yes, it's exactly that. I will say that is exactly what you are asking.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what you are asking. This is a project that only has one table, and in that table we are going to manage photos inside of with each
Okay.
record. But the thing is that because I created this project directly with this model,
Yeah.
using this model student, is not the right way to do it
That's
when
right.
when
So
you
can you do
manage.
something now? Like just create
Yes,
a
I can create like um,
a
from
brand new
scratch.
project just
Yes,
with a photo.
yes. Yes, so I can create again new project. Next. So I will say MBC student registration. Okay, create. Then MBC is going to be an individual user account. Or no, individual user account, no, sorry. No authentication. And then create. So the way it goes with this project is instead of just working directly with the with the model, which is the user, we need to just have something in between, which is the view model. In here, I can create like a view model at the very beginning, add new folder, view models. Okay, and in this view model, I can create like add new item, code, class, student view model, add, and from here, because this is a view model, this is going to be used only for the user interface. So in the user interface, we want to expose mostly the same kind of um, fields for our students. So I will add the fields, maybe the ID, the the name of the student, even the enrollment date. It's going to be pretty much the same thing, but only there is a slightly change that we need to do. Daytime enrollment date. And then because we are going to manage like the photo in our application, uh, that is handled by a special class, which is HTTP post file base instead of the array of bytes. So this is going to be like our photo for our model to handle it. So I'm going to create the very exact same model for the student, but the difference between the student and the student view model is going to be just the photo. So I will create also student at, and then I will create this the exact same thing. So it's going to be the ID, then it's going to be the name, then it's going to be the enrollment date, and then it's going to be the photo, which is going to be a byte of array of bytes of, and then it's going to be the photo here. So from here, because we don't have the DB context, we need to create the DB context, the migration and everything. So I only have my student class, and I need to create like the DB context and everything. So I need to add the DB context. The very same thing that we just saw in the previous example. So if I add a new item here, is going to be a class application DB context. So from here is going to I need to also do the NuGet package for that, for entity framework. In order to support the database access in here. So we have that. And then I will be able to do the DB context and referentiate our classes system data entity DB context. And from here, I have my DB context. I need to create a constructor. And from here, reference our connection to the database. That the connection is going to be configured in the web config. I can copy from the other project. Just close it. Okay. I just close the project. I can close this. Okay. Okay. I will stop this a moment. Okay. I need to add it was connection strings. So in here, I have the default connection, and then I can just modify this MVC student registration. MVC student registration. Okay. Once I get the connection, I have my DB context. I can add my classes, my reference for my student model. So prop dbset student, but the student registration is student. Students. So once I got this, I can just enable migrations. There are so many steps to make it work this kind of project. So maybe for you it's like a recap. Tools, NuGet Package Manager console, and then I will enable migrations first. Enable migrations, enter. And then I need to add a migration, a first migration, add migration initial, enter. Okay. So from here, you can see that we just create our migration in this part. So we only need to update the database, update database. It just create the database for us. And from here, we can start doing our scaffolding too. Controllers, add new scaffold item. Yes, I will say that for the scaffolding, we will need to adjust the scaffolding in order to make it work. It's not going to be like the scaffolding by default that is generated in our MVC application, because the scaffolding by default, it's like looking at the model object that we are trying to work. But if we just, let's say I add the scaffolding here and I will choose, let's say, my student object, my student model, because this student model is related to the DB context that I created, this DB context. We will need to adjust the code in order to make it work with the model view, because the model view is not referenced by the template, but it's a better way to work with, instead of just directly go to the model itself, the model from the database. So if I add this, it's going to do the same thing as before, but we might need to adjust the methods in order to make it work. So it's uh, so in here, let's say for the creation, instead of passing the student, we need to pass the student view model. Or for the for this edit, we need to pass the student view model instead of passing the student itself. Why is that? Because it's not a good idea to use directly the the student itself, because it will like uh, you can be in danger, because if yes, it's just not to get access directly to the database. It's only that for that matter that we need to just work it that way. Um, uh, in here, how can I change it? It's just here I can put it like student view model. It wasn't a student view model created. Wait, maybe the namespace. So I will change it as student VM. So in order to just add the information, we need to uh, create ourselves the object for the student, new student, and then pass the values in there. To avoid that repetition, we can use automapper that will help us to do it. So in here, if I had name, I need to match it with the student VM dot name. Also, the enrollment date is going to be matched with the student VM enrollment date. And then here is a difference, let's say from the view model. You can see that here the student view model, we define the photo as HTTP post file base, but the student itself, this student, we have an array of bytes. So we need to just do the conversion, but the conversion I will provide the code for you in the next session. I think is for now is too much. I will try to complete it on class step by step for the next session. And at the beginning of the session, I will provide all the steps step by step how to do it in order to make it work properly for this example. Okay. Hello.
Okay, so what other steps are missing after this?
Okay, what the steps are, I need when I got the photo as a HTTP post file base, I need to convert it or extract it from that into a byte of array, array of bytes in order to save it into the database. Then another thing that we might need is when we're going to present the list in the user interface, when there will be the list of students, in order to show the photo, I need to just do a conversion. The array of bytes needs to be converted something like an object image. So we don't have that in this example, but I will provide it for you in order to show you that we can have the list of, let's say, students, even with their photos in there, in the list. Because why I am showing that? Because you're going to use it in the assignment and also you're going to use it in the exam. So that's why I just show you how to do the conversion between the array of bytes to a photo, how to do the conversion between what is retrieved from the input file into an array of bytes. So you need all that all that code in order to make it work and even to make work your application. So that's why I'm putting the pieces together in order to you to have something that you can mimic and practice and do the assignment for that matter.
Okay. Okay. If you have the codes handy, right, you could just put it in the notes or somewhere before the
Yes.
weekend so we could implement into our assignment.
Yes.
Doesn't
Is
have to be in a project. I think we did something similar in
yes.
previous class.
Mhm.
right, was with C Sharp. So I think we'll probably be able to manage it.
Yes, but don't worry. I will provide everything in tomorrow, which is the next session. I'm going to explain how it works. Maybe I can complete this for you and just explain to you how it works in the next session. And you will be able to do everything by yourself after. So
Okay.
it's going to be like that.
Okay.
Yes. We are all set. Uh, Tomorrow we see you, and I will complete all that for you. I already have that, but it's like the solution that I made for the for the assignment and for the project. I already have everything in place, but I won't provide that. You need to just figure it out how to put the pieces together and everything. So I just giving you all the pieces like uh, separate, but you need to just put together the puzzle in one project. But I will help you along the way because you will be able just to figure it out how to do things in this kind of project. Okay, so see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Okay, okay,
Thank you.
bye.
See you. Bye. Have a
Okay,
nice day.
bye. Okay, you too. Okay, bye.
Bye.